You're back. We're sitting here right now with, I think this guy is probably the hardest working young DJ in LA. I see him all the time out in the streets doing his thing, Instagram, doing his thing just all over. I actually met him working with another client, and he was just, you know, on top of his game, and I had to acknowledge that. He's a part of one of the biggest DJ crews in LA. He's going to explain that to you. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for DJ Cypress. And I guess explain to the people who you are, what you do, and then we'll kind of get into some of the things that you have going on. Definitely.
Well, my name is Cypress Moreno. I was born and raised here in LA, MacArthur Park area. Started DJing about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And ever since then, you know, just became my passion. Started off as a hobby, turned passion. Now, it's more than just a dream.
More than just a dream, you heard it. So, for the people that don't know you, you've only been in this 1.5 years. So, that's the first thing. Just think about that, 1.5 years. I know one of the things, we were talking off camera, you down with Taz. That's my man, shout out to Taz Arnold. Sarah, you know what I mean? Good dude in LA, influencer, from Kanye West to, you know, Sarah is, that's a whole nother conversation, but
everybody,
you know what I mean? Chris Brown, everybody. So he actually has the Tisa, that's Taz's brand, and he works with Tisa. Why don't you explain how you got down with them and maybe some of the live events that you guys have been doing in LA?
Yeah, the relationship with Taz, definitely a role model. He's a big, he's made a tremendous impact in the whole hip-hop, fashion, art culture. That started last summer. I was invited to DJ at their pop-up shop on Fairfax. And ever since then, we just, you know, kind of teamed up. I've been a part of all their events, all their big parties. Started back last summer. We've thrown parties with Chief Keef, Bobby Shmurda, plenty of people. I mean, off the top of the head, I can't really think of who a lot of big names. A lot of big names. So Chief Keef, Bobby Shmurda, man.
You did something with Lil Debbie too, right?
Yeah, Lil Debbie.
Right.
Kaylani, Casey Veggies.
Shout out to Anwar, that's the little homie.
J305, Ty Dolla $ign, you know, so the Tisa buzz has definitely been brought back to life. Everything is just, you know, going very smoothly. Just lots of things in the future, definitely. And
do you feel like, I know with Taz being such a tastemaker, when you do these events, you pretty much have connections to those artists by meeting them through Taz. Is that something that, like, in the future, will we maybe see you with Chief Keef or Ty Dolla $ign? Is that a possibility, you guys working together?
I mean, definitely great networking opportunities, and it's always good when I can play their music in front of them in LA, inside of a club. That definitely brings a DJ and an artist together. Recently, we just had a show with Fredo Santana, and it was definitely a great opportunity to, you know, get to meet him, get to network, you know, exchange information, and play his music, you know, for him in front of a LA crowd, being that he's from Chicago and we're in LA. It was definitely a great experience to be a part of that. Right. So yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity to meet some of these artists and of course just network and grow on a personal and a business level.
Cool. We shout out to Chief Keef and Fredo and Little Debbie. I worked with Code 45 and they killed it last week. Fredo killed it, yeah. And Chief Keef killed it. Shout out to Peter Pan, that's Chief Keef's manager. See on that business out there in Chicago. So as we kind of, you know, take it from there, you're doing the live events, meeting some of the top tier artists in the entertainment industry here in Los Angeles. One of the things that you do is Sam's, which is kind of a hot spot right now. You do the day parties. Kind of explain to them what Sam's is, what you do, and just the whole scene.
Yeah, well, Sam's right now is voted, I believe, Playboy's #1 top list. It's a bar, grill, and also a strip club. Shout out to Sticks, he kind of opened the doors. There's a promoter out here, he's pretty known in Hollywood, downtown LA area. And yeah, I started it about 2 months ago. We barely started the day party. It was probably towards the end of the summer. And since then, I mean, it's just been all gas from there.
Yeah, I see you online, man. I see you going hard with it. Do you see that it's something that's going to continue throughout the rest of the year, or is that something maybe just through the summertime?
Yeah, well, it's kind of opened a couple other doors too, because now we're moving towards an after-hour spot here in downtown LA.
Oh.
Recently, we just had Floyd Mayweather walk in on Monday. Okay. So there's a lot of artists locally, and you know, just big-time people that are always walking in there. Definitely good for, of course, exposure, getting exposed to the LA life, because that whole scene is a little different. It's different than the club scene, but we're bringing the club scene to the strip club.
Right.
Kind of like how Atlanta and New York, you know, some of the places that are known, some of the strip clubs that are more known out there on the East Coast, right, and down south. We're trying to bring that vibe, but of course with our LA flavor. That's
cool, because I know in New York, you know, from living in New York and living in Atlanta, in New York we have Sue's Rendezvous, and then you have Perfection, that's in the Bronx, and then you have Perfections out in Queens, and of course down in Miami you have you know, King of Diamonds. In Atlanta you have everything that's been popping for years, and it's kind of good to see that kind of pick up in LA. You have you guys Secret Sundays, you know, just different things. It's kind of showing an LA twist on that.
Definitely.
I guess the next thing I kind of wanted to go into, DJ Cypress, is I met you spinning with Charisma. Shout out to DJ Charisma. You are one of the kind of the young faces behind Young California Radio. For people who haven't heard of that, they may have seen the hashtag all over Instagram and Twitter. Explain to them, you know, your activity with them and what you do as far as the Mix Show.
Well, yeah, Young California Radio is currently on the mixshow.com. Started by DJ Charisma. You know, some of LA's and SoCal's hottest DJs are spinning on the radio station. You can catch me live Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's on the mixshow.com. And it's really open format DJing. I mean, I play, I like to break new records. I have countless records that I've dropped before many people on there. Definitely an outlet to expose some of these local artists, and it's going well. The whole movement is really taking off.
Now, I kind of wondered, that kind of, you know, got me thinking. When you say, you know, you kind of helped blow up some records, I definitely seen Charisma behind a lot of the local team. What would you say right now, you know, at the time period we are right now, who do you feel right now is next to blow up? What record do you feel like, yo, this is going crazy for me right now?
And I said this earlier in the year too, way back when, probably back December of last year, that RJ was up next, and that's definitely, I can stand by that statement that I was right. We actually just did an event with him at Sam's too.
Okay.
And
shout out Pushes Inc.
Yeah, shout out RJ, Pushes Inc., the whole movement, Amio, and that went crazy. The whole city came out to support him. He definitely has the support of the whole city. It's good to see, you know, that grind and hard work and dedication and all of that pay off, because he's definitely reached that next level, and Lord knows where he can go next.
Okay, okay. Well, what would you say right now are your moves that you want to make as we approach 2015 and we get into 2015? What do you want to see from yourself as somebody who's been in the game for a year and a half? What are you really looking to do this year, or what are some of the big projects that you want to accomplish?
Well, first, I pretty much can't wait to make it to my birthday, so I can actually, you know, be up in the scene a little more, because I'm not 21 yet.
Oh wow! So this is the big 21?
Coming up in March.
Okay.
So that's definitely a go. No, but breaking in a little more in the club scene. I mean, I'm tied to the club scene with Tisa, and that's been going great. But I know I can rock the clubs in a very, very impactful way. Moving towards, you know, solo projects. I'm in the studio a lot.
And you produce, right?
Yeah, I produce.
Okay.
I'm working on, you know, tons of production for a couple artists. definitely want to move into the mixtape scene. I'm just sitting on a lot of projects that are unreleased, mixes, singles that I have, hosting, just a lot of music that I'm gonna pretty much release and present to the world. And I plan on doing that in the club, on the radio, using those outlets to accomplish that.
Okay. Well, I think before we wrap this up, first of all, I think you're an inspiration to any of the kids that are out there that are watching this, that, you know, you've only been in the game a year and a half. This guy's not even 21 years old. He's working with some of the biggest names in California as far as fashion and as far as DJing. So what would, as we wrap it up, I kind of want, this is a two-part question, I guess. The first part would be, who are your inspirations? Who are the people that you watch? And the second thing is, what type of advice or what would you give to another kid who's 16 or 17 years old and looking to get in the game?
I would have to say my inspirations would be, definitely look up to DJ Ski, DJ Reflex. Grew up listening to Eric Deluxe. Shout out to the Scam Artists, DJ One More, DJ Charisma. I'm influenced by a lot of people. I just kind of study the game and, you know, take what I like from different scenarios, different situations, different people, learn from it, grow from it. The advice I can give to the young up-and-coming DJs would just be, you know, continue to work hard, continue to perfect your craft, continue to stay true to themselves, because that's pretty much what's guided me this far. Every DJ has their own style, has their own brand, has their own everything. Just really stay true to yourself and keep pushing, really. That's what's guided me this far. Work hard, stay hungry, stay humble. I say it all the time.
And how can everybody reach you as far as social media and online?
As far as social media goes, I'm really not on there that much. I do have a SoundCloud. It's soundcloud.com/Cypress Moreno. Everything is Cypress Moreno across the board: Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. Those are the main three social media outlets that I use. So you can follow me on there and check out some of the music that I release on there exclusively. And you can also catch my mixes on a live stream every Tuesday, themixshow.com, 7 to 8 p.m. Check the archives. I have probably 4 months of just, you know, live, open format sessions. So that's definitely something that I would like you guys to see and hear.
I don't know what to tell you. This young man's out here grinding. You know where you heard it at first, man. Come back. We got to have some more stuff for you guys to check out. And once again, this is the only place you can see what's really emerging in LA.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.